That was awesome.
CD.
Yeah, no, because I didn't click until I zoned in on that, and I was like, oh yes.
Don't think about CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look from the renderings, it looked pretty sweet. Looks pretty sweet.
I felt bad for him though. I mean, he got it
so-
all ready to open up right before Fiesta, and then the river parade got canceled. Did you see he put a video out sitting in the rain
Did he?
on the Riverwalk?
No.
He was like, they really did rain on my parade.
That's sad. That's funny, but it's also sad. Like, oh.
I feel bad. Those vendors, like,
Yeah, dude.
Because a lot of those vendors, I mean, that's their year right there.
No, dude. My parents used to rent. They had a property next door, and they would rent to a family, and like most of their income came from a Fiesta food truck where they did like, I think it was funnel cake.
Adam Hansen, his family had a beer set thing at Nyosa and a couple of events and things like that.
Yeah,
for years before his dad.
Yeah, it's a big part of that. It all goes back to the poodle.
Yeah,
It's the economy, man. Like that's so they're not going to reschedule it. They're
I don't
just
think
going to.
so. I think
How do you schedule like a Fiesta event like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, because the planning just to like shut down the cities and the roads and things like that. And
Well, this is the problem: is it should be a little bit easier to do it because I think you're right. I'm sure they have to go through all kinds of permitting and stuff. But I go, oh, like there's so many people they're gonna lose out.
well, it's like, how do you reschedule a holiday?
yeah, the holidays passed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you don't
true.
reschedule
It's like
Easter
COVID.
because it rains.
Yeah, that's true. Gosh, we need to come up with a like Fiesta Light, like the Diet Coke of Fiesta, and then it's just part 2. You know, like second edition.
My buddy Moses went viral. He did the 10 rolls of Fiesta years ago,
Yeah.
and
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and like they still pop up every year. And then this year I was laughing because he was like, "Man, they're gonna start selling caldo on the stick this year because it's cold."
That's hilarious. Caldo on a stick.
That is funny. I don't know how I got so many tutorials on how to eat chicken on a stick and everything. It's like it's not that hard.
Yeah. Oh, actually, this is funny because I feel like on one hand, I love it. There's like an influx of content creators all about San Antonio, and I love it. But part of me is like, I can already see them double dipping because they're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
You know, just go which is what I think is funny. I think what I love about our stuff is that we're because I think we're constantly reading on new things. We're just never going to run out of ideas. But I'm starting to see a lot of people just cover the same stuff.
Well, it's the same. I mean, just like in real estate, if somebody goes and records a house that goes viral, like a lot of other people want to go record the same thing. But,
yeah, you mean the same style, like
yeah, well, the same style or even the exact same house.
Oh, really?
Well, same thing like here. Like
Yeah, they'll copy scripts.
somebody does a video on a restaurant, that video does well, so everybody else will go to that same video.
Yeah, it's like your boy Prince. I've seen everybody but he was here, all things San Antonio first.
Hey, well, same thing. Even Jeremiah at PB&J with Tay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, he gets a bunch of influencers in there and does that, and I mean, it really helps their business.
Yeah, I mean to me that's what it's all about. If it's helping the small business, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know, get them on there.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking about there's a restaurant that I've asked them to come on the podcast in the past, and they don't. And that's not because of us. I mean, I asked them because it was good, and I knew that they were struggling, and so, but they didn't come on, and like they were never really on any other like things. And if you're not on like some sort of social media platform to get noticed,
What restaurant is that? Maybe we can go there and help them out.
it's not open anymore. I don't want to say anymore.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's
Because people still probably know who they are.
I was just talking to my buddy about this. I go, because he was like, hey, I'm seeing a lot more of your content. And I said, I know. I said, but I do it. I said, I have this war constantly in my head because I don't want to be like, there's certain influencers I see and I roll my eyes and I don't want to be like them. But social media is the new TV. It's a new television. You have to be on it.
1000%.
And so I go, I have to power through it. And he said, you know, he was being very encouraging. He said, no, he goes, it's very obvious that your content is not about you. It's like about the city. And I go, I know, but still, like, I'm glad you said that. But, you know, and I think this is one of the reasons why I love what you guys do here is because you're promoting small businesses, regardless of how big their restaurant or whatever is. Like, the small business game is hard. And so I just, they need all the help they can get. But you're right. Everyone needs to be in it. You need to have. It's like a website. It's almost like if you don't have a website, that means you don't have a physical address on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have it.
We so with our Olive Gate Homes with our acquisition company. One of my team, he was talking to a homeowner, and she's like, "Well, I looked y'all up on the Better Business Bureau, and y'all weren't there." And I was like, "Tell her we'll never be there."
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, "Here's my Instagram profile. Here's our podcast thing. Like, here's our Google review page
Yeah.
and all this other stuff." And it was like,
That's funny.
We got to their house
"This
talking
is
to them,
hilarious." Yeah,
and they were talking about where they lived, and I was like, "Oh, we had such and such that was on the podcast."
the Happy Quacker, Scott Norman.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but
Well, they have different last names and
Okay.
stuff like that.
So-
you won't find.
and then they're like,
Oh, that's my cousin.
"Oh, yeah, he's actually related to us."
That's her cousin.
Boom. That's the San Antonio way.
But that's credibility.
but
Like, who gives a shit about the Better Business
I
Bureau?
mean, what does the Better Business Bureau do to like?
Charge money.
Hey,
Yeah, it's not like they run a credit check, or it's not like they run your background check.
If we want
or
to get
anything.
really controversial, they're not that much different than the Southern Poverty Law Center, who just got indicted. I don't know if you saw
really?
this.
No.
Oh yeah, so the SPLC just got indicted for money laundering and amongst other things, but also funneling money to the Ku Klux Klan
Stop it.
and other white supremacist groups.
Stop it.
Creating the people that they're fighting against. And I would say the Better Business Bureau, not much different. They say they're on the side of the business owner. And when I had a dry cleaners, and like dry cleaners are notorious, like you just have problems. And I can tell you, like, I had one, like, people bring in old suit jackets that are wool. They get cleaned, and they're like, now they have these little tiny holes all over them. They're like,
Right.
oh, you put holes in them. No, the thread was bare because you had moths eating at those things, and when we washed them and cleaned them, all the bare thread went away, and now it has holes. We didn't cause the holes; the moths caused the holes. We just
Right.
exposed it.
Right.
And then the dry cleaners get dinged and stuff, and it's like because they don't give a shit. They're just trying to get money from people to pay fees.
Speaking of malls,
Anyways, I got a little excited.
That
No,
reminds me.
that's great. No, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so
though.
yesterday, Cash Patel just came out. That's crazy about this SPLC though. That is.
Speaking about moths, that
Tell
reminds
us.
me of this cedar closet that somebody showed
Oh,
us.
we just had one in.
But it was plywood.
It was
wasn't
pressed wood.
cedar.
Yeah, it was like all the,
What?
They're like,
over in
cedar
Castle.
closet.
We looked at his house in Castle Hills, and he had a cedar closet. And I looked in. You expect to see like all the
Yeah.
2x4s. And I was just pressed wood, pressed cedar wood. But it looked like it was cedar still. I don't know.
That's
They said it
hilarious.
works really well.
Hey, times are tough. You know, it's a rough world out
Yeah.
there. That's
The,
crazy.
I
Yeah.
saw that, and I was going to tell you about that. I was like, that was a real
Yeah.
plywood closet.
Yeah. Hey, so what are you guys seeing out there? Like, is the market, is it good, bad, up
It's
and
great.
down?
It's great for us.
The market's crazy.
Yeah. Unpredictable.
Yeah, like great homes are going to sell regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an issue 250 to 350, 450. It's slow selling.
Mm-hmm.
I was shopping $1 million buyer over the past couple weeks, and we ran into multiple offers a few times.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good.
It's just a weird market.
Here's the thing.
That's interesting.
There are buyers at all price points. We rehab houses and sell them. They always sell quickly. And I tell people that the market is exactly how it always is. You know what the market is, so it always depends on when you buy it. The people that are feeling the most stress in today's market that are trying to sell their house bought them within the last 4 years. And a lot of them bought newer homes because they had great interest rate things that they were going on in 2022, 2021.
Yeah.
And so buying new homes, they're paying premiums already. That's how they
Right.
get their good interest rate. And now they're trying to sell them, and they're trying to sell them when right down the street is a brand new home giving a great interest rate and everything. In neighborhoods that are older, we love Valley Forge. Actually, is a great neighborhood that we've done a couple houses.
I like the 70s to 80s houses.
Those houses because they don't have as much competition from new builds,
Right.
Just because of
Yeah,
where
you're
they
right.
are located
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
geographically. If they're priced properly, and those people have owned them longer,
Yes.
or as investors, we can go in there and buy them we know what it's going to sell for, and we buy them based on that. So we already know the market is always what the market is, and it always really depends on what you buy, whether it's stocks or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's what did you buy at to compare what you're going to sell at.
the people that are in the most pain right now, quote unquote, are the
Loaned
people.
their house for less than 5
They're
years.
sellers that are trying to sell something they bought relatively recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the ones.
Yep.
But from what you're saying, because this tracks with one another article I read, is it was like U.S. Census data shows that 47,000 people moved to San Antonio in the last year. And so I just go, well, there's buyers. You know what I mean? Like, because we didn't build 47,000 houses or dwellings or apartments.
You'd be surprised how much we build, though. We build there's
They built a lot. We got to think though, like when he says 47,000,
and those may be in Medina.
That's probably an average of 4 to 5 per household.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that divides down pretty quickly.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's a great.
So say it's 15,000 households. Of those 15,000 households,
I think we built 9,000 houses last year, or 12,000.
Half of them aren't going to buy. Half of them are going to rent.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now you're down to 7,500. Mm-hmm.
And then they built a bunch of houses too, right? And then you got to think about all the houses that people lived in that died over the past year. Like how many people died in San Antonio last year?
About 250 a month and go into probate.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We pull those records too.
So do you? No, yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, I mean they're good. Actually, there's a house on my street in probate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the address?
Yeah.
I like your street.
Yeah. Actually, I should send it to you. Yes. It'll be the first deal we do.
Joint venture, baby.
Yes.
Joint venture.
I would love that.
Or Baños LLC.
Yes.
We need another LLC. We don't have enough.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I think because I was telling you guys this at lunch. That I saw this article about how the
How do we try to get interviewed?
It's so natural. Well, it's like the Opportunity Homes. There was an essay report, an article, an essay report about how they're going to do a report in Cattleman Square. And for those that don't know Cattleman Square, it's like just west of downtown. It's near the Via Center. It's near the jails. Near Haverhill Hope. It is a rough. That's
where
area.
they do like the concerts, right?
Yes, they do concerts there near the highway.
That's where Selena's brother tripped out or something, right?
I don't know if it was there, but I know there's a big like Tejano festival that they go. But it's like it's one of those places where I would not recommend anyone, man or woman, walk around there at night. I mean, it is rough. And so with that backdrop, like they're doing a study on polling the community on Cattleman Square, and the study's gonna take a year, and then. And so by the end of, by the beginning of 2027, we'll have a report. And I just go, what are we doing this for? Like, we already know what it's going to say. We need to build houses. Like, this area is so bad. It's economically depressed. You need to build stuff. Go and doing a report to check the box because there's some hostile activist out there that doesn't, want any change. I just go, this is crazy when you have so many people moving to the city.
The thing is, this is the only job certain people can have. Right.
Which one? Yeah.
People that have got their degrees in liberal arts, social, so like this is what they do is they produce reports. If nobody buys their reports, they have no, there's nothing there for them, right? Because they're a think tank, whether it's a conservative or liberal think tank. You need some government bureaucracy.
Yes, to point and say, hey, but we did a report.
And what better government bureaucracy than Gina Ortiz-Jones, who loves a good report?
More research.
Nobody loves a good study like she does.
That's true. Hey, but I was telling you guys, I was very happy with her economic development stuff, and I was like, dude, we can disagree on everything. We probably do disagree on everything, but I was like, this jobs thing is the key.
Yeah.
I mean, we need more jobs, and the fact that she put together this whole. Sort of cohort of industry leaders for AI, which I go awesome, and then she's talking about, hey, Taiwan's going to invest, $250 billion in somewhere in America. Why can't we? I go, okay,
you definitely need that.
Yes, and so I'm like, you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this because I felt like everything on Marvel, I just could not disagree more. But I go, hey, you know what? If you can start bagging some real companies, man, I will be your biggest cheerleader, because to me this is the thing that I worry the most about is we just don't have enough good jobs, and it's so crazy. We were just at lunch at an awesome restaurant where they were saying, hey, when the Spurs get in the playoffs, we saw a dip for the first time, and I just go, that's terrible, because that means that all of the disposable wallets left and went to one place. And I go, that's horrible. As a city, we should have so many, people that have so much disposable income, or as much as you can, so that you can support lots of restaurants like this. Anyways, but it's like, to me, jobs that's the game. It's all about jobs.
I think San Antonio, we actually have a great opportunity because, like, 30 states now have banned data centers in their state. They're not going to allow data centers in their state. 30 of them, which is good for you.
Yeah.
Because there's an opportunity right now, especially going into this next phase of AI and robotics. Like,
yes,
we were talking about this earlier. It's like, it really is like all of that is where Jensen Huang, the guy from NVIDIA, was talking about like that, like all the application. Everybody talks about the application, this language model, this, and how can Claude help you and OpenClaw help you, this and that and everything. But really what's important is below that, the data center that it relies on, and below that is the energy. And San Antonio has a great opportunity to embrace those things, bring in some nuclear opportunities and things like that. And like, because if you think of like Austin, like they're expanding out. Like really, their expansion out is into like nice green, lush areas, like that get good rain that people like.
Right.
What's surrounding San Antonio? A bunch of desert and everything going. Like it gets deserty.
Yes.
We're like, what better place to put these things?
Yeah, cut all those cedars down so I can not have.
Exactly. Like it's like we're in a great geographic spot.
I agree with that.
And now, we've always been the blue collar workers of South Texas, anyways. When it comes to like Austin and shit like that. So like, let's embrace it.
I totally agree.
And these blue collar jobs pay well.
And I think you nailed it. We need nuclear. So nuclear is how you solve the power issue. How do you solve the water issue?
But that's not a big thing, though. That's
desalinization.
Well, not only desalinization, but these are closed loop systems. They're not the same systems. They you put water in them once.
Oh, okay, that's good. See, I didn't know that.
And that's the thing. That's the misinformation.
And you can probably use non-potable water.
Well, and the thing is, the when they put the water in there, they do put a like antifreeze type thing, so it doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
Right, and so the water's not usable, but it's the systems now are closed loop. I happen to have a client that his family sold their property to a chip manufacturing company, and he worked for a large local commercial developer. He's a project manager, extremely intelligent person. Went around and did all the research and looked at what happens when these things are built, because he was curious, because it's going in the backyard, like his family's there in Medina County. And he looked at the water stuff and everything, and it's like, he goes, they fill it up. He goes, that same land, if it was farmland, would use so much more water and be less efficient with that water than what this data center and these things will be.
See, this is what upsets me, is I go, I don't know anything like that.
It's because we have new technology. Everybody's worried about data, nuclear, because of shit that happened in 1970s.
Oh no, the nuclear makes
50 years later. We've got different technology, better technology.
It's so much better now.
Same with the data center. They're not the same data centers that we had when we were at Rackspace.
That's so fascinating.
And I was driving down East Side, 5th Street, 6th Street. Just this weekend, I went to Austin on Friday. We had dinner. There's a place called Industry. It's really good.
It's a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. Okay. They have one there and in San Marcos. It was really, really good. But anyways, it was right there where the old data center was.
Yes.
And I was like looking around. I was like, I couldn't even. I was like, it's crazy how different that place is. But
that's crazy.
Austin's way different.
What about Corpus running out of water?
That's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, well,
because they sold it to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but I think to your point,
did you see the governor come out and he was like, they ran out of water because they're stupid, basically.
Dude,
it is Corpus Christi.
That was wild. But I think what happens is
everybody in Corpus Christi a little bit.
But to your point, I think that whatever happened there, that's what people think is going to happen everywhere with like a data center. Yeah. And so it's classic misinformation. You go, oh, look, they're on the water. And you go, no, actually, it's a very different problem. Yeah. Right? Like, you can't compare the two. And that's really interesting. But I agree with you. I think we should be doing more nuclear. We should be doing the data centers because, I mean, look, it's not going anywhere. And a lot of this land is not usable. And just use it. But, man, people get so up in arms about it. It's crazy.
But it'll be interesting how long we'll need it, because I saw that message, like Elon's doing the data centers in the space, doing the satellite data center.
No, I don't know anything about what he's doing. Space.
So you haven't seen that? You haven't
heard? That's the coolest gangsterist thing I've ever heard.
So in
space data center.
Yes. The
you have to worry about cooling.
That's part of it.
Yes.
It is part of it.
Yeah,
It's
which
the
means
cooling.
power consumption is like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And with Starlink right there to send the data right back to the planet, and so there's a lot he's been getting crapped on saying that it's not possible. And I saw a tweet before we came in here that China just invested $8.4 billion into a space data center company.
Oh, that's so.
So we may not
cool.
even need the data centers.
Yeah.
If you're powered by the sun,
Yes. Put them in space.
put them in space. So here's my sci-fi movie.
Yes.
I've told you this one. So what if you got a guy who has a data center in space, right? And he's got the Starlink, so he can send that data back down, and he also has 5 million robots that are connected that he can send that data straight to those robots to have pure AI intelligence. And what if he used Neuralink to upload his consciousness up to that data center so he is all those robots?
Wow. It's like
that could happen.
It's like Skynet meets the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's up there pulling the strings. I dig that.
I don't know if I did that.
I can see the visual of like of someone working.
Someone's working on it.
Well, you know, it reminds me of like the oil rigs on the ocean. Like, hey, we work shifts on and off. I can see someone taking a shift on a space data center. You know what I mean? Like I do a month on and a month off.
The robots will handle it.
That's true. You're right. Yeah. Look, but give the human some fun. I want to be in space.
The robots can't unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
can.
But they might turn off when they unplug.
Yeah. But you do need some human troubleshooting in there. But that is a great idea though.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, for those that don't know, like when we were at Axpace, we had a data center go down because this guy drove a truck. He had a diabetic seizure, and his truck hit the transformer, took down the data center. It was our biggest production data center, and it was like the one we thought we were going to go out of business. I mean, it was so catastrophic. And I remember Hawaiian Airlines was one of my clients on my support team, and I thought that CEO was going to eat my soul. Like he was like I've never seen, but they were down, they were losing, they couldn't do anything. I mean, it was a catastrophe, and getting it to cool. It was cooling that was the problem. The chillers didn't kick on. It was, and then when they finally kicked on, they didn't stay on, and it was like a movie. Like the server racks were smoking because it got so hot so fast. But space is so cold. You just and also the amount of power you have to pay for to cool those things. Like it just solves so many problems. He's a genius if he can do it. Put those. I mean, even if you did them in little tiny batches, like shipping containers, like a little mini shipping container in space with servers, that would.
Well, why wouldn't they just build in Antarctica?
Actually, that's a great question. I have no idea. That's 100%.
You just open up the windows and let it cool itself.
Although I won't dive down deep the rabbit hole, but there's a lot of conspiracy theories about Antarctica.
And it doesn't exist?
That it exists, but there's all kinds of crazy weird sci-fi stuff happening, and they all the world has a treaty. Anyways,
yeah,
if
there's
you ever want to
treaties about that place.
Yes, if you want to go way down the TikTok rabbit hole, go on Antarctica.
You can't go and record and stuff there.
No.
Somebody was out there and he was recording. They wouldn't.
Yeah, you can't fly over it. Like there's all kinds of weird. Yeah. So,
Flat Earth.
Could be. That's well, that's one of them. But there's all kinds of.
But isn't it planes don't fly over the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah,
all the way through, or one of the two. They'll go all the way around.
Well, the thing is, you also got to look at people look at airline travel on a flat map. And then they're like, it doesn't make sense because they're going like that. But they're going like this. They're going around the planet. They have to draw it in a way that makes it... Otherwise, all the lines don't make sense. So, it looks differently when you look at things on a flat map, and then people,
Hey, those airline maps are crazy, right?
Yeah.
They're this place is about to start getting bombed because all the planes cleared out.
No, the funny one is the pizza thing. In DC, when there's about to be something this one pizza restaurant, it's a lot of orders, and they watch the Uber Dash and Uber Eats and
that's interesting.
And if all of a sudden pizzas are getting ordered, then they get sent to the Pentagon and different places and stuff like that. It's
something's going down.
We're
having to work late.
Polymarket watches it. I love Polymarket. Watch it. They bet on everything.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not on it. I'll get addicted.
Oh, I'm not on it. No,
Yeah.
I just watch their tweets.
Yeah, that's actually I need to follow them. That's crazy.
They're a good follow. They break news, man. There's
100%.
I don't know when the last time I watched like a nightly news program or Fox News or see anything
never.
like cable, like TV.
Unless I'm on my parents and they have it on, I'll just sit down next to them. But I will not.
It's so depressing.
But it's like it's not how you get news.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not really. It's sort of curated. It's not sort of. It's really curated. It's not like I mean, when I do news, I do BBC because it's the most sort of quasi objective. But even then, I can see their leanings. But yeah, you're right. Like Twitter, or even like on Reels, like you'll see stuff hit before anybody else gets it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of news and like big news and things like that, you know what's interesting in the real estate space?
Tell me.
Realtor.com is owned by News Corp.
I did not know that. Is that a recent acquisition or they've
for a
been
long
like
time
that,
ago.
Really?
That's the stupidest thing that like
The National Association of Realtors sold the name Realtor.com.
Oh wow.
and that's one of the things we have to be a member of, and I hate it.
It's a monopoly.
It is.
The National Association of Realtors.
To be able to have access to the multiple listing system, which in Texas is vital
Oh yeah, MLS.
because we're a non-disclosure state, so we don't disclose home sales. It's not public record. So if you have a private transaction, nobody knows how much somebody's paid for something. But it's listed in MLS because they make us because we're a member of their association. And so if you're not a member of MLS, you don't actually see what things are selling for, like on the retail market, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And so to have access, we have to be a member of TAR, which is the Texas Association of Realtors. And to be a member of that, you're a member of the National Association of Realtors. And I am so anti union.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example is you pay dues and they do all these things, and like the first time they have to represent you, they sell the biggest asset they have, Realtor.com. Like that's the number. Like if you and this is probably in mid 2000s.
Yeah, it was way back.
It's way like you have no forethought. You have no idea what the world's coming to, and so that's why Zillow and all these companies have taken over real estate so much. And then the other thing is then when the commission thing and how that was all broken down. Just how they handled it. Like I'm not opposed to what it has resulted in it.
Yeah.
But from a representation, like they should have been so far ahead of that, and like they represent people on a national scale, which has 50 different states with 50 different rules.
Yeah.
And it just
sounds very short-sighted.
I just hate that I have to be a member of it.
Yeah.
Because they don't do anything for me. They don't do anything
add value.
It's another one of those big organizations like the Better Business Bureau that just takes your money and says, raise your hand. Okay, now you're ethical. It's all like everything about it is like to say that you're ethical.
Yeah.
And I don't need an organization.
Well, the world's changed. It's like I don't need them. In the past you might have needed them, but it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Eventually the tech will hopefully just do away with it. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's funny because you got old realtors that still like would carry printers around and like things in their car so they could like do all their business.
It's
like older than you?
Oh, they're probably as old as me, but I haven't been in real estate as long.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
But they're definitely as old as I am.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it with no GPS or no.
Ah, dude, I remember back in the day when I was in sales, you had it was the Ferguson Street Finder. Did you ever have to use that? It was a book right there on
Was it Spiral Bound?
Sunset. Huh?
The Spiral Bound?
It was Spiral Bound.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
there on
I do,
Sunset.
yes.
There's like the map store right there by the train tracks and Rapids and all that. And
It was very stressful to use those.
and you look up the thing and you go in here
Look
and
for your grid number.
your grid number and find it. Cause
I hated it. I did it. I did it.
I did the outside sales for a bit, selling pagers.
Remember when MapQuest
yes,
took
that's
over?
right. Yes,
I remember
game changer.
printing out maps to people.
Yes, that was a game changer. So that I can't live without Google Maps now.
No,
you
and
kidding me?
Well, now it's for like to find out where the cops are and things like that.
Well, traffic, like I mean, they're especially on Google Maps where you can hit the traffic button, it shows you red, and because I live right on the other side of 90, and so it used to be that I could go 35 or 281, and one of them's free and clear. But now with construction, like everything.
Now you're going to Zarzamora.
Now I'm going through Petranco. Like I'm so.
Well, this
so
past
mad.
week was nice because I mean, it told us where it was flooding and what was closed and what was open. And
Yes.
I thought we were gonna have another flood, like we've had in the past.
I was very.
It's good, but the thing is, I really think the drainage is better.
I don't know. It was pretty rough.
But mostly in the construction zones where they
Messed
have
it
the
up.
barriers on there, where it's like it creates the floods, like little dams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think part of it is, you know, I mean, I just don't know. This is where I will have some empathy for the city officials. Is it how do you keep up with, you know, because square mileage, we're just such a large city. So how do you keep up with roads, sidewalks, potholes, you know, infrastructure, drainage? That to me, that just sounds, you know.
I will tell you that one of the and this is a problem probably in every city for sure, but I drive in some different. I don't drive in the best neighborhoods. From best, however you want to describe.
Yeah.
I'm driving a lot of low income neighborhoods.
Right.
And the road,
Because of your work.
because of the house, we're like
Yes.
looking for whatever, and like not because I'm like cruising.
He's got a sketch.
I'm trying to, I gotta go get some.
I still got some pagers. You want some pagers?
Man, I gotta go see a guy about a thing. The roads suck,
Yes.
and then you go into a nicer, more, and the roads don't suck, and that shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Squeaky wheel
That's
gets the noise though.
It does, but and that's the thing is that's where it's like I get where when the east side and the west side complain about different things.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe if they just had nice roads.
Do you think it has anything to do with the constant annexation out? Like, I feel like at some point you need to say, we're not annexing you because we're so overcommitted on this stuff. Like, we just
How
got
does
to
it
fill
get
in.
beyond Bexar County? Like once you get to the Bexar County limits.
Yeah. Yes.
So what are we, a city or are we a county?
Yeah.
What are we doing
Yeah.
here?
That's true. That's probably a better way to look at it.
I think we already cross over some county.
Oh,
limits,
yeah.
which is like.
It's crazy. Well, there was a point where Cheryl Scully wanted to where she thought about putting some reins on annexation, but it was such an obscure issue that nobody talked about it, you know. And I just remember a buddy of mine.
But she was getting shit because like Kirby wanted to get annexed.
Yes.
And she was like, no.
Yes.
You have bad roads.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But then part of them are like, oh, well, it increases the tax base, and you know, like there was this.
But
weird...
it's not enough to supplement
Right.
what they actually are going to require from the tax base.
That's my thing, and this is where my urban nerd comes out. Where I'm like, I would much rather put a stop to it and just say, let's just go vertical on at least all the multifamily, like fill in because you have more people using, like to fix this road services more people when you just add apartments, or like when you. I mean, this is why in the urban core it just makes more sense. Because if you're gonna redo South Alamo, which is a disaster, well,
It opened up.
It opened up and it looks beautiful. You know, like now that it's open, I'm sure there was many businesses that went out of business because of it. But I go, it's more dense now, and so every dollar you invest there, you're helping more people out because you have the apartments at Hemisphere and the apartments all in Southtown, and so there is a case to be made for that. I just think it's not because most of the city is not built that way. It's built. In housing.
Yeah.
So
it's been a land grab. It's been a tax grab.
Yeah, it's been a tax grab.
Maybe some of the council people don't live in their jurisdictions and they don't drive through those roads very often.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, some of them.
Wasn't that recent? One of them. I thought I saw.
Is it
I
a
don't
requirement for them to live in that jurisdiction?
Yeah, you have to live in it. Well, I know that
Or you have to have an address.
You have to have an
Rental
address. Yes, I don't know if it needs to be your homestead, but I'll say like some of them are weird, don't make sense to me. Like Marina Gavito, her district is massive. And I just go, I don't know. I can't imagine how. Like, it's almost like 4 different cities within your district. The constituents are so different. I'm like, how do you?
What district is that?
7. So it's like Woodlawn, and then these weird red line. Like it was even Sook's district. There's one part that goes like straight up towards 281. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, her office is by North Star.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
If you're downtown, yeah.
No, it's just anyway. So I just go, well, that's weird. Anyways, but yeah. So you can have you need to have an address somewhere.
We just
in
need
the middle
Jalen to make more songs about the streets. It's Freestyle Friday.
What he needs is Apartments. That's what he needs. He needs apartments and jobs over on the east side.
No, development's the devil.
Oh gosh, it's so discouraging. I was like, you know, and there's an appetite for it. I think there's one unit getting up.
Well, Marvel's coming. We need to.
It's coming. And yes, although you know we need Wemby to.
But isn't it great though? Like how great the Spurs are doing, and how the Spurs organization it presents the city in the greatest light.
100%.
Like the best PR that we have is the Spurs.
Yes. During this playoff run, if I was recruiting someone to the city, it just makes everything so much easier. You know what I mean? Like when you're hosting a visit, whether it's a CEO, whether it's whatever, and you can show them something like that.
Yeah.
That's really galvanizing. It's about something bigger than the individual. I mean, it's just very inspiring, and it's like, and also too, it also shows what a professional organization the Spurs are. Like it is a well-run organization.
But at the same time, they're like, they're that Puro San Antonio thing. Like they're just San Antonio. They're also like the guy from down the street that'll talk shit to you.
Yes.
Because like I loved when that idiot lady who said at the Spurs.
The crazy Hispanic fans.
The crazy Hispanic fans.
Dude, that was hilarious.
And everybody just like dogpiled.
Yes.
The Spurs dogpiled. Everybody was like, "Hey, hold."
That was.
I think
I was shocked.
I think you missed the Cavaliers. Oh wait, that's the wrong team.
I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, no way, this can't be real. It was real.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Like here's another one.
Cavaliers reference.
I love that. No, what's a quick list of companies that give away free stuff when the Spurs win? I've heard of like 3 different organizations now that are doing
Taco Palenque. Valero brought back. Well, they just did drip coffee now.
Their coffee.
Yeah.
Before it used to be anything, but now it's just the drip coffee. But I mean, it is what it is.
I think I saw a bakery that was giving away free conchas. I don't know if it was Panderia or not. Like I've seen like 4 or 5, and I just but the reason I point this out is I go, what other place do small businesses make an economic decision that's against their own self-interest because of the team that they're proud to support? I mean, that's
HEB bought these shirts for the Spurs game yesterday.
This is what I'm saying. I go, this is what when and this is why people just go, oh, you're just a civic, whatever, you're just a fanboy. Yeah, I am, but I don't even actually watch sports. I don't ever watch any of it. I see it all secondary, but the benefit to the city is what I care about. Yeah. That's all I've ever cared about. And so when you see it go like these small business owners, I mean, the small business world is so treacherous. Like there's so much thin margin there, and they're going, you know what? For the Spurs, I'm going to forego this one part of my budget because I want to participate in the celebration of the thing that's bigger than all of us. And I go, that's not normal. That's awesome, and not normal. And it's because of the team. The team is that way. I think was it you guys? Was it here that you were telling me? And I saw it on an actual interview where R.C. Buford was saying that Tim Duncan, since Pop's stroke, is in the gym with him every single day.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, every single day he's in there, and it's so much more than a team. You know what I mean? Like it's this family, and then they got that great shot of Timmy, Timmy Diesel and the Admiral. I was just like, come on, like you can't make this up. But it's a representation, to your point, Ken, of us to the world. It's our band. The team is our band ambassadors to the whole world. And I go, it really upsets me when we treat them as these entitled, taking advantage of the city, because it's like, no, they could be anywhere. I mean, this playoff run is just going to prove they could be anywhere. Yeah. And so
I mentioned to you earlier how fun Mama Castle is to follow.
Oh yes,
on X and stuff like that.
I didn't know that.
But it was one of the things that she said, like. They've got, they're like, San Antonio has murals all over the place of Spurs players and everything. Yes. And there's one of Stefan Castle, our son. And like on Twitter, she's like, you got to tell me where that is. I got to go. Like you can see like her
Mama Pride.
Oh man.
100%.
Isn't that the coolest thing? Like
that's yes.
And it's funny because like my daughter plays in college and stuff like that. And it's like, I know like, to be able to watch your kid play in college is like awesome. Like I can't even imagine like if your kid was out there. Like,
imagine-
oh, that's my son on the NBA court. It's like
100%.
Imagine Ron Harper, Dylan Harper's dad. He has 2 kids in the NBA. Like,
Oh yeah, you're proud.
dope.
Look,
why didn't you go with Lorenzo Ball's dad? Like
hey, I think he's loud.
he's loud.
and crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
But he got his kids on that stage.
He got it. Absolutely.
100%.
100%.
He's in the running for best dad. Like,
Yes.
he
yes.
made it happen.
Oh yeah.
He put their brand out there. Like, without his noise around it,
Yes.
they might not have made the league. Same thing with Bronny.
But that's the thing is you have to make noise because there's like you've got to be able to be seen because they're being like whether it's for a college scholarship or for like there's so much noise being thrown at the people that get to pick those people.
Yes.
That you've got to be that shining star.
Yeah. The quiet humble isn't it anymore.
No,
I mean, I think
no.
you can be humble, but you can still be loud and
Well, it's all
Well, that's
sales.
the-
you light yourself on fire and people are going to come watch.
Graham always used to say, everybody's in sales. You have to sell yourself, and you have to sell your ideas.
Yep.
And selling yourself that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why social media is so important for every small business owner. You just have to be on it because you have to sell yourself. You have to show, even if it's I see some really great examples. I just love small business because they truly have to be innovative on no budget. And so they do things that you just don't see anyone else do. And I'm so fascinated. But
Well, I thought it was cool. We had a couple weeks ago. We had Mikey's Philly cheesesteaks from Seguin on, and like their restaurant started
Not
off
San
slow.
Antonio.
We're rough.
No,
like,
I love Seguin.
they
I'm
have
just
a
saying.
super dope little district. I'll tell you about that. In a second.
Yes, burnt
But,
bean or the
no, not even that though. They have one. It's called the Schoolyard, where the cheesesteak
really?
place is. It's an old school. They have all these little restaurants and shops, and then a stage for live music, a playground for the kids.
I think
like
I
a
smell
bar,
some a
restaurants.
day trip for us. The research.
Like super dope little spot.
That's
awesome. They had Bootleg Food Review come out randomly and do a video, and like their business has exploded since then.
Oh yeah, I love it. Even just say, hey, here's how we make the thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a actually, and I'll say this. I said this on another interview I did, but just the thoughtful curation, like El Camino in River North District, I think they've become the best curated food truck park in town. Like the trucks they have there are good. They're high quality, and some of them have even graduated to start doing storefronts. And I just go, it's simple. It's on the river, so it's awesome. But I go, someone at that organization is like, they're scrolling, they're looking, they're going, and they're testing, and they're going
Curating.
They're curation is so key in it. And I love that.
Yeah.
We need more of it.
Yeah. That's true.
Cool.
Yep. Good?
Yeah.
All right,
you.
sweet. Yeah.
So, welcome to the next episode of All Things San Antonio. We're here today.
That's right. That's right.
Hit that like and subscribe.
That's right. Like, subscribe, and send
Hey,
us
check out the Voice of San Antonio. They have a print version of their magazine.
Our very
now.
first
Super
inaugural.
nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Ellie does a great, like,
Ellie's just crushed.
her eye. She really has
She really does.
Yeah.
remarkable eye.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I feel like it made me look fancier just by being near it. So.
She sees the diamond in the rough.
100%.
Lot of rough.
Lot of rough. Guilty. All right.
All right.
Check us out
It
soon.
is-
I think.